What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Spanko, and today I'm showing off my Altergeist deck profile. Now Altergeist has become, was part of the meta for a good amount of time, and then now it's a little bit of like a rogue deck almost, a rogue deck, because no one's playing it, and I'm not sure why, because I think this deck is very slept on. I still think it's very good. Sorry for the glare, by the way. It's my windows, like it's very sunny. It's first thing in the morning, but still a very, very good deck in my opinion. A lot of people say Sub-Terror Guru like control is better. And the reason I think that's the case is because they can play cards like there can only be one, which is really, really good, whereas this deck can't. And that's a really good floodgate right now. But we'll get right into the deck profile. Like I'll explain to you why I love this deck. I've been playing this deck almost since it came out. Not since it came out, but since it got its second wave of support. So I think the multi-figure came in the second wave. So since they got the second wave, I've been playing the deck. I think the deck is very slept on, very, very good. You have to just switch it up for the format. I still do very well. I'll show you guys a side deck as well. And the side deck, obviously you can change up to your own preference, but I'm testing the side deck out, and I actually have a locals to go to soon, so I'm going to go test that side deck out at that locals. But for the main deck, I'm very confident with this. First, you start off with 3 multi-faker. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that's standard. You're also starting off with, you're also going off with 3 Milaseek, 3 Marionetter. Opening any of these is very, very good. Turn 1, you want to see, honestly, all of them. Opening Marionetter and Milaseek is a little bit suckish, but because, like, there's 2 normal summons. But the good thing about it is that you can normal summon what you need. So if you need a Milaseek to out something, if you're going second or something, or you don't open the multi-faker, you can link it away. It's obviously very good. And then if you have no traps, Marionetter obviously gets you to that. So that's really good. And then obviously he plays 2 Silquidus, and I'll put this over here because the glare over here is killing it. But yeah, 2 Silquidus and 1 Conquery. Now a lot of people have cut Conquery. I do not believe in cutting it. This card is so good in my opinion. Just as a one-of, having it, like, hard drawing it is not the best, obviously, but it's also not horrible. And then having it gets you out of a lot of sticky situations. So that's it for the Altergeist count. Altergeist lineup, and then the last monsters is 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. I'm pretty sure this is affordable now, maybe not Secret First, but you can obviously get a common Ash now, so they're fairly easy to get, and it's the best hand trap in my opinion. Honestly, I'll just go off, if we're talking about hand traps as well, you also are playing 3 Impermanence, even though that's technically not a monster. These are the hand traps you're playing. 3 Imperm, 3 Ash. Now, I know Imperm is very expensive, unfortunately, but you have to play. Like, Imperm is the best card in this deck, and it's the only card that really makes this deck keep going. Before I actually got my hands on these, I was playing Altergeist without them. In past formats, it was okay. You can still do it, but now it's like you need this Imperm because getting the multi-faker off turn 0 is just so good, right? So that's it for the hand traps and the monster lineup. Now, onto the spells. You're not playing a lot of spells. You're playing 2 Secret Village. I used to play 3. I play 2 now because Sky Striker, like, it's a hard matchup, yeah, and it's still one of the best matchups, but you lose to so many other things now that you don't want to just open this. Hard drawing it is really, really bad. And then 2 Pot of Extravagance. That's all I play for spell cards. I mean, you could bump Extravagance up to 3, but I decided to just go off on traps. So I'm gonna show you guys. The rest of my cards are literally trap cards. So this is what I decided to play. Obviously, if you have, I only have 2 Extravagance, but if you have 3, I would play the 3rd maybe, because obviously draw power is never bad. But then drawing Extravagance into Extravagance is also not the greatest thing in the world, right? That's the 4 spell cards, and then off to the traps. You're playing 3 personal spoofing, 2 protocol and 2 manifestation. This is a lineup that I've played with since the beginning. This is a lineup that I believe in, and this is a lineup that I will never change because, like, I really like this ratio. You see this. Like, you need to see this. These 2 you can obviously set with Marionetter, but seeing, like, a protocol turn 1. I thought for a while I was going to change it to 3 protocol and 1 manifestation, only because, like, manifestation turn 1 does nothing unless you open, like, a Milaseek, and then protocol at least gives you a trap that you can activate for multi-faker. But 2 and 2 is still good because, like, honestly, the manifestation is just so strong in itself. Like, manifestation plus Silquidus is such a good combo, so that's why I like to play the 2 and 2. But if you like, maybe bump protocol to 3 and the manifestation down to 1. Then I'm playing 2 Rivalry of the Warlord. Still a good card. Not the best card, obviously, but Rivalry, obviously, still a good card against a lot of decks. 1 Metaverse because of the 2 Secret Village, 2 Lost Winds. This is because it's like a pseudo strike. Also, Monster Negation right now is really, really good. Back row is not the craziest, like, the most prevalent right now. Obviously, there's Salamangreat is playing Roar and Rage and whatnot, but Monster Negation is very, very good. Also, Lost Wind gives you a follow-up. If your opponent ends up Twin Twistering in this, you can actually get it back from your graveyard. So it's basically, instead of playing 2 traps, it's basically 4 traps, if that makes sense. So that's the only reason why I play it, because it actually does help you play around like Twin Twister or back row removal. And then you have one judgment. I'm playing a full Solemn package. One judgment, 3 strike, 1 warning. This is really, really good. I added in judgment. I never used to play it, but I added judgment in because I just realized like you need the negation. This is also spell and trap negation, which is obviously really, really good. And then one Imperial Order. Imperial Order is mostly the reason why I cut Secret Village down to 2, because I already have so much spell negation with now like judgment, Secret Village obviously is the spells. Like negation, and then Imperial Order, that I felt like I didn't need to have Imperial or Secret Village at 3 anymore, and I felt 2 was just enough. And that's it for the main deck. I'm pretty sure it's just a 40 card main deck flat. Might be 41, I might be wrong. I think it's 40 on the dot. And then I'll show you guys my extra deck. Your extra deck is not super important, and I'll show you guys why, I play what I play. 3 Hextia. Again, I'm sorry for the glare. Like I really don't like this glare. I don't even know where to put it to get the glare away, but 3 Hextia, mandatory, only because you're playing Extravagance. Now you're playing 3 Linkuriboh as well, because Linkuriboh is one of the best extra deck monsters that you can possibly go into. The Miloseek into Linkuriboh is obviously very, very strong. So Hextia, Linkuriboh, 3 ups for sure. 1 Claire and Rushka, just in case you need the spellcaster. Also just in case you get rid of the Linkuriboh somehow. Claire and Rushka gives you that opportunity, which is really, really good. Then you're playing Boral Load and Boral Sword. You can make them. You don't really, but I mostly use Boral Sword and Boral Load as like cherries targets, and that's because I also play cherries in the side deck, which I'll show you. And then so the rest of the cards are literally just cherries targets, because with Extravagance you don't really care if you banish them. You're gonna side in cherries going second, cherries your opponent, and then you don't care about the rest. So Saryuja, Summon Sork, Bardiche, Galatea, Kagari, and Sunlight Wolf. Literally, that's all. These are all cherries targets, and it just, I don't want to say auto win obviously, but it hurts a lot of decks. And then I put in the Galatea because I know Orcus is like going crazy. I know it didn't do too well at YCS Atlanta, but that's also because it was a team event, and you don't know like how Orcus, whatever, it's a team event, right? So like let's say people are playing Orcus, they're really good players, but their teammates ended up like losing their games or matches or whatever. So that's why I think Galatea is really, really good in this, because you just you can't take YCS Atlanta to say that Orcus is not very good anymore. And then so yeah, and if you hit Galatea, I'm pretty sure the Orcus combo is just dead. Kagari is pretty obvious, Sunlight Wolf is obvious, and these cards are just all against like, again, niche extra decks. You can hit anything, you can play ABC, Dante, but these are what I think is prevalent in the game right now, so these are really good cherries targets. And then last but not least, I'll show you guys a side deck. Playing 3 Inspect Border. A lot of people since the beginning that since I've started playing Altergeist, I've been playing Border. And the reason why I've done this is because even though Border kills your own deck, it's just auto-win against so many things. Like being able to normal summon Border against a deck like Thunder Dragon, like this is so strong against them. Now against Salamangreat, this isn't that good because they can just normal summon and then go into a link play, which is obviously not that great. But Inspect Border against a lot of deck, against the Orcus deck as well, very, very strong. Not being able to activate monster effects makes it really hard for them to get into like their Phoenix and then their Mermaid and then extend blah blah blah. So Inspect Border is really, really good against those decks. I'm trying out 3 cherries. I don't like a lot of monsters in this deck. Like if anyone plays this deck, you know that a lot of monsters is not very, very good. But going second, I think cherries is just, I don't want to say auto win, but it's just so strong against a lot of decks. So just being able to cherries like a Sunlight Wolf and then stopping your opponent from playing is very, very, very strong. 2 Lancia. I think this is still a very strong card right now. If you guys don't want to play Lancia, you guys can play DD Crow. DD Crow is very, very strong as well. But yeah, Lancia is really, really good. Against the Thunder Dragon matchup, even the Danger Thunder Dragon build, Lancia is so strong because you can't use the Chaos Dragons. And then if they can't use the Chaos Dragon, they also can't obviously banish the Thunder Dragons. And then, you know, this card is really strong against them. But yeah, DD Crow is obviously really, really good. Triple evenly matched. I think this card is still a little bit pricey, but I think it's the best side deck card in the game. Maybe after Dino Wrestler Prank Traps. I'm not playing Prank Traps because, again, I said I don't like to have too many monsters. I'm trying the Winter Cherries, but I just, with Winter Cherries and Prank Traps, too many monsters in the side deck, and I need to have traps. I'm just testing this again. If you guys have already tested it and you guys don't like it, just feel free, obviously, to let me know and tell me, like, oh, yo, I don't like this. I tried it. It's not very good. Obviously, let me know. Like, I would like to have, like, obviously, your feedback. But yeah, I'm testing it myself. 2 Heavy Storm Duster, because going first against Sky Striker, or going first and being able to activate this or set it is really, really strong. And this is 14 cards only, and that's because I only have 1 Dark Bribe. If you have a second, I would play 2 Dark Bribe. That's what I want to play. But because this is only because I only have one Dark Bribe. Sorry, this is only 14 cards, but it should be 2 Dark Bribes, which will make this 15. And so Dark Bribe, when I was creating the side deck, I was actually on the phone with one of my friends, working on this because I really wanted to make Altergeist good again and like viable. And he was saying Dark Bribe is really good because even though it gives your opponent a card, being able to negate a Twin Twister, being able to negate like a power card is just so very strong. Even like times where you set 4 on a monster, let's say, and then like evenly matched you, it's like just being able to Dark Bribe and evenly matched is just so strong. So that's why I decided to play 2 Dark Bribe. I only have the one on me right now. I don't know where I can find the second one. I think I have a comment somewhere, but I just like the supers. But yeah, that's it for the side deck. It's 14 cards or 15 cards if you add the second Dark Bribe. If you guys don't like it, again, this is just testing and this is just theory crafting. And in theory, like this is really good. Cherries, again, like I said, could take this out. Could take out Lancia, play DD Crow. If you guys can't afford like evenly matched stuff, obviously, again, like I said, DD Crow is a very good side deck card in this format. So if you guys enjoyed this deck profile, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm bringing you guys as much as I possibly can. I'm in school last year though, so I'm graduating soon. Once I get these exams over with, I'm bringing you guys content very like often. I really like the game right now. The game's fun. This deck is really fun. Try it out. Let me know what you guys think. And with that, Spanko signing out. Peace.